Welcome to the channel. It is Geauxgreddy, and welcome to the 2020-2021 FIA Nations Championship race number, I believe it's number 7 at Monza, my favorite track, one of my favorite tracks. And I apologize for not having my normal intro, but all my replays were deleted because I was having trouble playing back replays after we had a power outage last night during the hurricane. So I reloaded Gran Turismo, hoping that would fix it. I also defragged the hard drive, all that. No such luck. So here I am talking to you guys in this very packed lobby. This is the top split, and I am number 17 in this lobby, but I am not deterred. I feel like I have the pace to be in the top 7 or so. 7, 8, 9, 10, anywhere in there. And I was excited about the race. I really was, and it started with quite a bang, if I may say. So let's take you on to qualifying and the race and the rest of my very interesting race day. So here we are qualifying. I'm sitting on a 157.030. Not happy with that time. I am in the RCZ, or if you are from the other side of the pond, the RCZ, which sounds really cool, much cooler than RCZ. But anyway, I was the only, I think I was the only RCZ in the lobby. I think so. Most of the night I was one of the rare people in the car. It was a pretty good car. Obviously not quite as fast on the straight, but good coming out of the corners, and good pace everywhere. And I could put down decent times in it. I was unable to put down good times in that Veyron. I don't know how. I could not drive that car. So I went with what I could use. So I went with the RCZ, and here I come across the 156.987. Not what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a 156.8 or somewhere around there. So a couple tenths off of where I wanted to be. So we'll see what that puts me in the lobby. Currently sitting at P7, but that would not hold. All right, so quick info on the race. It is racing hard tires only, so there will be no pitting. Plenty of fuel to get you to the end, so there will be lots of fuel burning by the grid as we wait for the flag to drop. So no fuel strategy, no tire strategy. It is balls to the wall, foot to the floor, and see where you end up when the race is over. And here we are in P11. Not the worst, not the best. Good enough. We can make something happen from P11. And here we go with the 3, 2, 1. Pedal to the metal. And I am in, like I said, the RCZ. So I'm struggling to pull on the Veyron, the meta car here, the one all the big boys were going with. And as you can see in my rear view mirror, the Veyron behind me pulling on me nicely as we head down straight, but I have the best brakes, so I get on them late here, no problem, and get a little love tap from behind from Devil Dog Dog, and of course I get 1 second. What is wrong with this game? How on earth how on earth should I get a penalty in that situation? It just makes no sense at all. It is just so aggravating. So anyway, heading towards the second chicane, get on the brakes, usual spot here, easing off a little bit so I don't hit Gene Phi, and I get absolutely crushed from behind by Devil Dog Dog. Spun out, turned around, out of the gravel finally, and so yeah, that's pretty much my race. And then lap later, I get behind K-Bonix and K-Funk. I don't know what they're doing. They're just running each other off the track. So hey, I get a couple positions there. It's not the end of the world. I'm not in last anymore. I'm now in 17th. Fast forward to lap number 8. Catch back up to Devil Dog Dog, and I was well aware he was my assailant because there really wasn't much behind us when we went into the chicane first, so there was really no one to hit him from behind. So I'm a little aggravated with Mr. Devil Dog Dog at the current moment. Pick a pack of coconut serves his penalty. Get the easy pass there. And I know I've got the better brakes heading into Ascari. And really, honestly, at this point, I I just don't care. So I go in to the inside. He comes in on me. I'll say that it was a dive bomb. But, you know, I just wanted to let him know that I was highly aggravated with lap 1. I think it accomplished that. And it was over. I was done with it. I was done. So pick a pack opponent on the side of me here. I ease off a little bit early so I can slip in right behind him onto the straight. And I go wide there, of course. That's just my luck. So on to lap number 9. Into Ascari again. I do not send it on pick a pack of coconut like I did on Double Dolly Dog. Pick a pack of coconut just goes wide there. Just loses it. So I pick up another position there. Last lap. Closer 11:38 goes wide. So pick up yet another position. So move back into P14 after going all the way down to last place in this top split lobby. Could be worse. Finished 14th there, 136 points. But I'm like, man, I can do better than this. I've got way better pace in this. So what do? Head out for another shot, another try. So I'm going to take it through my qualifying lap. I like to brake just a little early there so I can get a nice run coming out of Parabolica. Heading down the straight, get as much speed as I can here at the RCZ. It is not as fast as the Veyron in the straight, but it is lighter. It's a lighter car, a little more nimble. So usually I'll pick up my time in the first and second chicanes and the Lesmos, and then the rest of the track belongs to the Veyron. So you can see me braking there really late, right there after the 150 board. Ride that yellow sausage, try to get back on the gas, hold that 42 plus miles an hour coming out of the corner there. Not too bad. I'm sitting on a 157, 106 right now. I want to improve that lap time. I want to be somewhere in the top 10 to start the race in this top split lobby and hopefully get some really good points. So I'm going to break there just before the driveway. Going to send it, got to straddle the sausage there, get back on the gas. It's a front wheel drive car, really nice exit there. It's a front-wheel drive car, so you got to be careful on that second chicane because it's a fast chicane. The rear end will come around on you, and if you kind of play with the brake and the throttle and give it a little throttle as you're coming through, that'll straighten the car out for you. Get two really nice Lesmos right there, so I like to brake just before the 50 board on that second Lesmo to get a really nice exit coming out the other end. So you can get on the gas nice and early. Get a really good run on this long straight before Ascari. Ascari, my brake here at the driveway. And then I'm going to slide it as far as I can to the inside and then kind of ease onto the gas. I really want to be a little more right there than I was. More on that curbing because it helps the car rotate when you get on that curbing right there. Then sling it back to the left. That's usually a spot where I lost a lot of time to the Veyrons because they could just hold that pin through there so easily. So brake there at the 100 board, ease off the brake, put her down on the curb here, and then get on the gas right before that shadow ends and just hold her down. Hope she holds. It does. Take it down the inside. Try and reduce that distance as much as possible. And I crossed with a 156.823. Was really happy with that time. It's a good time. It was about 0.6 off of PX Grove, who had the top spot in the lobby. So we start the race, and we are hoping for the best here. Last race was abysmal. It was a disaster. Was not happy with it, but was super pumped about this one. I was in P7 to start the race, and I mean, I just couldn't be much more excited. I love this track. I love Monza. Get on the brakes here. Ease it down in the corner ones and not murder, trust no one here. Get another little love tap from the guy behind me. No penalty this time, though, if you can believe that. Amazing. So straight race, coming in and giving me a little bump from behind there. Almost causing me to lose the slipstream here to the Veyrons in front, but was able to pick it right back up without too much trouble. Heading down towards the next chicane. Now, I know I could outbrake him here, so I can usually cut off a couple tenths here if I needed to, but just easing onto the brakes, down through the gears, and that's also going to give straight race a chance to get back in my slipstream. Those guys kind of slow down through there, but that's usually how it is when the pack is tight like this. It's hard to see those braking points, so they tend to be a little slower through the corners there. Holy X Pizza gets a little wide there. I probably could have sent it down the inside, but I back out because I just don't think I'm going to make it stick, and it's just going to drive us, both him into the sand, or something was going to happen. I'm going to get a penalty, but unfortunately it slowed us down enough to where straight race is alongside the right side of me. But I still have the slip of Holy X Pizza here, and I know I've got the better brakes. So kind of thought he would back out right there. He did not. I mean, you're not going to make a pass on the outside of the Sky right there. You really want to be on the inside if you're going to make that move. So it's odd to me. I would have backed out of it because it's important. It's more important that we stay in the slipstream than he get beside me in a Sky right through there. So just seemed like a strange move. Here, he gets really close to my bumper. He probably should have backed off a little bit and tried to make a run on me coming into Parabolica instead of getting onto my bumper before we entered the corner. That way he could really make a nice run and possibly an overtake here as we headed down to the first chicane. But he did not. He decided to get close to my bumper there. And so now he's still making a good run on me, don't be wrong, because that Veyron just has so much speed. But unless he's in front of me, he is not going to outbrake me into this corner. Now, I sent it down the inside of Holy X Pizza, not because I wanted to. I was not trying to make a pass right there. I was just braking at the 150 board like I normally do, just make sure that straight race behind me didn't make a pass on me. Of course, I get a penalty because, God forbid you have a little bit of contact in one of these races that didn't really affect the race at all. So outbrake Holy X there again into that corner. At that point, I was a little aggravated, so I just went for it right there. And I'm about to serve my penalty. He's about to take the position back anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Because if 1 second penalty, this game is 2 seconds. See if I've built up a second here in these two Lesmos. He was going to take me back. So more out of aggravation than anything else. So I serve my penalty over here to the right and almost get hit again by straight raced as he moves over to the right as I'm coming out of Ghost. And I probably could have caught another penalty. I've been hit before when I was coming out of a Ghost, and I've gotten a penalty for it. So I lost a couple positions back now, so really 3 actually. So Holy X Pizza, straight raced, and Netflix Password all pass up the Greddy as he serves his penalties. So very costly, I guess, brake and dodge maneuver there, as it cost me a whopping 1 second. But fortunately for me, they are getting racy in front of me. So I'm just going to sit back here and just wait for something to happen. Now, Netflix Password gets a penalty in the chicane. I didn't really see where he had cut the chicane. I would show you replay, go back, but replay is not working, so can't do that. So I go over here to the right of Netflix Password, and he drops on back, and I jump back into the slipstream of Holy X Pizza. Now I've got VLX Goulet on my tail. And again, that Veyron is going to eat me up on the straight. But that's okay. Like I said, I've got those good brakes on that very light RCZ. So I get right back on the rear bumper of Holy X Pizza and get a decent exit here out of the chicane. So does Goulet behind me. And so we're going to race towards the second chicane. We are only 3 laps in. And it already feels like a lot of stuff has happened in this race. Between penalties and everything else has gone on. So get on the brakes here nice and early, just so I don't get into the backside of Holy X Pizza. Almost cut the chicane right there. That was almost ugly. Now it gives Goulet a little bit of run on me there, but he backs out of it as we head down into Lesmo 1, heading towards Lesmo 2. I hope it's the Lesmos. I think it's the Lesmos here. I always get the Lesmos and the other two at the other track mixed up and backwards, but I'm going with it. I'm going with Lesmo. So as we head toward Ascari, I'm not going to send it like I did before. You just got to back off right there. Get on the brakes early. I want a good exit out of here. I've got to have a good exit. My chance of making the pass on Holy X Pizza is not here, because he's just going to pass me right back. It's at the end of this straight where my car is good. Now, he gets on the brakes really hard right there, and I get into the back end of him. Just a little tap, no big deal. I didn't mean to at all. I guess, I don't know if he just overbroke or what. But anyway, So I got a nice run on him here. Now I'm not going to really overtake him, and Goulet bets on Veyron, but he bets wrong as the brakes of the RCZ just proved to be too much for the Veyron to handle. So pick up a spot there heading through chicane number 1 on to lap number 7. Trust no one here, has a half-second penalty, goes wide into the gravel, but recovers it nicely. Well done to save it right there. He serves his penalty, and I get the pass. So heading on to lap 8, heading into the chicane, I get just a little loose, coming a little hot there. I go wide into the gravel, but so does Trust no one here. It hits me from behind and sends me into the barricade. As you can see, I've got damage to the front, damage to the rear, damage to the right rear tire, damage to the left front tire, and of course, GT Sport. I mean, I just smashed a wall. I've got damage, but, you know, to make certain that I'm thoroughly punished for my crime, I also get a 2-second penalty. So I serve that and get passed by Netflix Password and then BM Drifter. And I'm going to get one more here, I believe. Yes, CRG88X. I'll go by the Greddy there because I made a mistake in the chicane. Now, if Trust No One hadn't made a mistake, I think I'd have been okay. I'd still been in P6, but no such luck. I just do not have luck here. And as you can see, my luck ends again as I'm coming through a scar. A Netflix Password had gone wide. As he comes back on the track, I am drifting out to the right. I got nowhere to go. I just can't avoid him. I move over to the right to let Drongo go through and almost knock him off the track instead. So drop back to P14, serve my 3-second penalty for sideswiping Netflix Password. As you can see, he is behind me. He has not passed me. Major tip of the hat to Netflix Password. True sportsman. I was pretty dejected at this point, and I mean, not necessarily because of what happened with Netflix Password. That was just an accident. It was nothing intentional there. Just with everything that had gone up to this point, and he stays behind me the rest of the race. So again, great sportsmanship there by him. So we move on to yet another race. I've got to repair SR, as my SR had fallen to 82. So I jump into one more lobby to try and get that back up. And as you can see, it is not a very good lobby. So as we're going through qualifying, he unghosts, and I just kind of tap the side of him there, and I get an SR down. So I'm like, I'll exit out and try it again. Didn't mean to touch the guy. I'm not really sure why he didn't exit or what he was doing. He was ghosted, then he came unghosted. I don't know. So it ended up costing me an SR down right there in qualifying. Now, I have no idea that SR downs cost you that much in points if you hit a lower ranked driver. As you can see, I back off here because I'm such a terrible driver. I have such little safety conscious in my mind that I realize I'm a lot faster than these guys, and I'm not even fast. So I'm not trying to say I'm a really fast driver, but I'm a lot faster than this level lobby. So I back way off. I'm like, I don't want to run up on anyone. I don't want to catch anyone. I'm gonna give them a big, huge gap and make another run in it. I'm sitting on a 157 right now, which is not a great time. And the two guys in second and third there, Grumby and DR Mason. Mason was an E-rated driver. I have a feeling he was probably an A-rated driver. That's the second account he's making. But Grumby is an A-rated driver, and there was another A-rated driver in the lobby. So I wanted to make sure I was going to get a good qualifying time in and start up front to limit the possibility of me getting destroyed in turn one here. So as we come around Curva Grande, I believe that is what it is called. I'm sorry I don't roll my R's all cool like PX Cam 20 does. I come into the second chicane, and one gentleman misses it. He goes in exits, and then Double Daddy is slow, so he's off to the right. So I'm just going down the left, but he just keeps drifting over to the left. And then I get on the brakes twice. I got the brakes, and I hit him from behind. He's already got a penalty. I have no idea why he's still on track. I get a penalty, so that is 2 SRs down and a penalty, and I'm just like, ugh, what a mess this is. So make a smart move, and I just get out of there. So get out of there, out of qualifying. I made 2 bumps with lower tier drivers. And apparently you get more SR down if you hit a lower ranked driver. I did not know this. So I'm probably sitting at like 20 SR down right now. At least that's what I learned on GT Planet. So take off here on heading down the straight on the start of the race, hoping that I can get through the first turn unmolested. Head down in there. Scirocco's behind me. He's got good brakes too. He makes the turn, gets a little squirrely coming out the other side of it. Allows me to pull out a 1.2 second gap. No slipstream. 11 laps later, I'm 10 seconds in the lead over P2. I've lapped all the way up to P12 and head towards the finish line. Pick up an FIA victory in this lobby. Not exactly how I wanted one to come here at Monza, but I'll take the victory. Unfortunately, that P1 was very costly as I dropped another 4 SR, even though this was a clean race for the entirety of the race. I didn't touch a single driver the entire race other than in qualifying, and lost 4 more SR. So now I'm sitting at 78 SR. I lost about 1,200 DR on the day, maybe more. I don't know. I didn't go back and look. I was too afraid to. So I think I lost 1,200 DR. So that is all for this video. I hope your races went better. If they did, let me know about them in the comments. I need some good news. Until next time, for myself, Geauxgreddy. Y'all have a great evening. Clean, you took us out of here.